基督山伯爵当时跳到被人扔到海里去，他不装死吗？扔到海里去，从海里爬上来，爬上的就是这块礁石。然后哇，大家觉得哇，这块礁石好漂亮。这两个笑话的意思呢，其实就是什么是 selling point，how to sell。我个人认为呢 ，how to sell 就是 making the connection。你要把这个你要去 sell 的东西 ，what you want to sell has to make it connect to what they think inside in their side. So these two jokes telling you, they made the lake related to what I used to know, the connection. Then I make me feel, wow, this lake is beautiful. Until today, I don't know whether that's the lake or not. Maybe not, but it gave me very good memory. Also, that rock, you know Monte Cristo, right? 基督山伯爵恩仇记, it's just a novel, it's all made up. So that rock actually has nothing to do with anything. But it's such a selling point for the whole tour of the harbor, 马赛港, right? So how to make this kind of connection, how to make it up to connect you, actually Americans do the best. For example, Disney World. Do you think it's just a regular amusement park? It's not. There's so many amusement parks in the world, right? There are a lot of Chinese businessmen right now try to sell amusement parks. They try to beat Disney World, but they can't. Why they can't? Because Disney has a whole culture as a background to supporting them. So, in this world, we have to sell ourselves. How to sell ourselves, how to successfully sell ourselves, is to make the connection to what whoever you want to sell to, connect to what they think in their head. That's the art of selling. Okay, now we can get to how to get your dream job. I think you already figured it out. It's actually selling yourself. I made a lot of notes, so every once in a while I have to check my notes. There are many occasions you have to sell yourself in life. The three biggest times you have to sell yourself is to apply schools. Second is apply for jobs. Third is to find a soulmate, a partner, your wife, your husband. Why you have to sell yourself at these three times? Why you don't have to sell yourself at any other times? Because let's say I want that car, I like that car. When you have enough money, you can pick that car. And that car is not going to choose you. But when you apply for a school, when you apply for a job, when you ask somebody to marry you, they can reject you. They have to value you out. In that case, it is necessary to sell yourself. And I believe most of Chinese people here have no problems finding a job. And I'm not here to tell you how to find just a job. I'm trying to help you to get the dream job, to move up to the management level. So first of all, how to get an interview. Let's start with resumes. Nowadays, when a job is posted, there are more than 200 to 300 applicants sending their resumes to an HR or recruiter. And out of that, probably 20 resumes will get to a hiring manager. And the hiring manager will read it. So I believe most of people here know what hiring manager means, right? What it is. Actually, hiring manager, surprisingly, a lot of people don't know. Hiring manager is the person you're going to report to down the road. So he is going to be your manager, or she is going to be your manager. But HR and recruiters, they have so many resumes on the table. Most of the time, they use a search engine to search the database, to find the keywords to match the job description, and then they read it. Actually, they only have 7 seconds to 8 seconds to read your resume. If your resume stands out, then we'll move to the next level. So my recommendation here today, we're only talking about interviews, so we're not talking about how to write resumes. So my recommendation is to put as much information as possible on your resume, especially the keywords, your certifications, the knowledge you have, the terms of the technologies, and so on. Put it there, so the search engine will pick them up and jump up and to give to the HR or recruiters. So then it gets to the next level. The hiring manager, however, will read the resume very carefully. So in that case, your resume has to jump up from other resumes. What a hiring manager is looking for. Think about what they're looking for. Why a company hiring people? What does a company do? Put people together. Company's there to make money, period. So you need to write down how you're going to make money for that company. That's what hiring manager is looking for. So a lot of people here, Chinese people in IT, say, we don't make money. How can we sell ourselves to the hiring manager? There are 2 other ways. One is how to save money. You write down the sentence that shows you can save money to the company. You cannot only write saving money here, saving money there, then it's getting boring, right? Then you can write improve efficiency. That's also saving money. These 2 key areas are good for the IT people to write down on their resumes. Of course, you have to back them up with examples. I did this, so I saved how much money for the company, for the previous company. I did this, so I increased 20% of the efficiency. If you write that, hiring manager would like to see them, and probably you will end up with an interview. Before they schedule face-to-face interview, most of the time they will have a phone interview. Most of the time, phone interviews are just technical questions. It's just your knowledge. There's few ways to answer them, and I will talk about it down later. But there's very little room to play when it comes to technical questions, because you know, you don't know, that's it. There's not much to say. This is basically your hard skill. Once you get a phone call from HR saying, oh, we would like to schedule you coming for a face-to-face interview. At that time, you can be 99% sure that your hard skill has met their requirements. They want to bring you just to meet you, to know who you are. At that time, it will be only pure soft skills. Okay, now let's talk about going to a face-to-face interview. I normally would get there early, at least 40 minutes early, and to review all my notes, to calm myself down, make sure even something happens to my car or to the traffic, I will still get there on time. Then I calm myself down, review all the notes. I pray a little bit before I go in. Then probably 5 minutes prior to the interview, I walk in. Not too early, don't show up too early. 5 minutes, you talk to the front desk, they walk you in, you will meet the hiring manager, that's enough. Then we need to talk about how should you dress up. It is very important that for men, you better wear a suit and tie. And make sure your hairs are organized, your shoes are polished. A lot of people say, oh, in Austin, they're mostly IT companies. They're dressed down. They wear jeans and shirts. Yes, they can do that, but you can't. Make sure you overdress for the job. So the hiring manager can wear jeans and flip-flops. You can't. Have to be suit and tie. It's a respect. For ladies, I would say a business attire or not too open. Should be conservative. Should be dark color. There are times that I wore a purple tie. I got the job, but later on they told me I almost lost the job because I wore a purple tie. They say a purple tie shows a person probably cannot work very hard. I was like, really? And there's another time my shirt was wrinkled because I drove there and the safety belt wrinkled my shirt. And I almost didn't get that job either. Later on I found out that one of the hiring manager's boss interviewed me and had a major concern that my shirt was wrinkled. It's that serious. I'm not joking. So now I don't even wear my shirt. I hang my shirt there. When I drive there, I change it in the car. So make sure my shirt is well pressed, very nicely. And I don't wear any colorful ties anymore, just dark blue with some darts. It is that important. Why it is that important? Because first impression is the most important thing. Why I'm saying that is when a person forms an opinion with another person, there are about 80 something items your brain's gonna check. Let's say, hey, his hair color, his age, his skin tones, his clothes, his eye contact, what his eyes convey. There are 80 something items for a person to form an opinion with another person. Out of these 80, 40 of them are formed within the first 4 to 7 seconds. So, which means 50%, half of them is formed the first 4 to 7 seconds. If you don't give a good first impression, you're done. You fail. Because by only 50 points, you're not going to pass the test. But if you give a very good first impression, that means you have 50 points in your pocket already. And you need to work a little bit more later to get the next 10 or 20 to pass the test. So it is that important. That's why, as I said earlier, your shirt has to be perfect. Your hair has to be perfect. Your shoes have to be polished. It is that important. And you have to overdress. You have to shave. So, any single friends here? Raise your hands. Any single friends? No? Nobody single? I was going to save you some money. Because now you know the first 4 seconds to 7 seconds is so important. So for the first date, you don't have to invite her for dinner. Just the coffee is enough, because 20 minutes is plenty. But anyway, I was hoping somebody can save a lot of money from a first date and invite me out to dinner. out of these 80 items that a person checking to form an opinion with another person, 70 to 80% of them is from body language. How you stand, how you look, how you shake hands. Out of that 80, 70%, inside of the 70, 80% is eye contact. So eye contact is so important for the first opinion, first impression. It actually forms about up to 60% of how another person think about you. And as Chinese, in this culture, we have a major issue. Why? We don't form eye contact as much as we should. If you don't feel super comfortable with eye contact, it's okay, but there are some key moments you have to keep in eye contact. These key moments are when you shake another person's hand, and when you introduce your name, and when you hear the hiring manager telling you his or her name. These moments, you have to have eye contact. If you don't, you fail the first impression, period. And it's so bad that if you don't keep eye contact with the American person during these moments, I would say the interview doesn't have to continue anymore. You're done. So, I would like to use you as an example. Come on. With me, you're the hiring manager, okay? I come to you and look at my body language. And also, I would like to show you my handshake. Handshake has to be firm. Don't squeeze the other person. You're firm on yourself. See? But it's very firm here. My name is Michael Zhou. You lost eye contact. You will look at this. It's bad. My name is Michael Zhou. No, don't look down. You look down again. My name is Michael Zhou. What's your name? Tim, nice meeting you. You look down again. You see my point? Don't look down. Let me show you, if I do that, what you would feel. Come on. My name is Michael Zhou. You feel that? My name is Michael Zhou. Bad, bad, bad. You feel the firm handshake? Okay. You see my body? Can you shake other people's hands like this? You bend over a little bit. Not too much. Not like that, okay? My name is Michael Zhou. Nice meeting you. You look down again. This is the biggest issue we have in Chinese culture. Why? Because in Asian culture, especially Japanese, Chinese, and Korean, direct eye contact means you challenge the other person. It can cause a fight. Actually, in American culture too, if you're staring at two men staring at each other, I'm most probably sure a fight is the result. One of the two people, if they don't intend to a fight, one of these two people will look away. And the domination is formed. The person who looks away is a little bit submissive. The person staring, keep looking at the other person is more dominant. Has nothing to do with interview. I'm a little bit drift off the track, but if you're interested, I give you a little bit more. In a human society, when a group of people meet, let's say 10 people meet together, automatically, these 10 people will look for a leader in the pack. Automatically, that's human nature. If there are two people, both of them want to be the leader at the same time, there will be a conflict. And rest of the 8 people will watch them until they settle down. How they settle down? There's a lot of things can happen. If there's no laws, no regulations, will cause a fight or violence. That's why in military, ranks are so important. But anyway, that's nothing to do with this. We continue. Okay. So, eye contact is so important, right? What it is in eye contact, it's so important you wanted the other person to see. Is, in this culture, is the confidence. You want to show to the other person you're confident about yourself. A lot of people will say, what is a confidence, right? My personal understanding is, a confidence, I used to be a basketball player. If you give me a ball to shoot to the basket, when the ball leaves my hand, when it's flying in the air, I wouldn't know whether it goes in or not. It's 50-50 chance. Every single ball is like that. I don't know whether to go in or not. But if you let me shoot 10 balls, I can guarantee you I can make 7 or 8 go in. So each time I shoot, I have no confidence. But if you give me 10 of them, I have a confidence. I will definitely make 7 or 8 to go into the basket. That's the confidence. Another confidence way to express confidence is, let's say one of my friends likes to climb mountains. I never climb any mountains. If I tell you tomorrow I'm gonna climb Mount Everest, you probably think I'm crazy. That's not a confidence. But my friend has climbed a lot of mountains, including, let me speak in Chinese, I don't know that in English. 他爬过唐古拉山. So with that kind of experience, if he told me tomorrow I would go try to climb Mount Everest, I think that's confidence. So confidence is based on a lot of small success in your past to reach to that level. Then you want to challenge a little bit higher. That's called confidence. If you don't have all the series of success, and you're here and you want to reach here, that's crazy. So let's distinguish crazy and confidence. This is my personal thinking. So you want to show your confidence in your eyes, your eye contact. Body language. When you introduce yourself to another person, a way to show that you're confident is you have open body. Don't fidget. One more time. My name is Michael. You see? That means you're not confident. You try to protect yourself. In a bar, in a nightclub, if somebody stands like this, that means he's not confident. He's protecting himself. This is not confident either. Open up your chest, stand like that. What makes people not confident is a history of a series of rejections. A social rejection, it will create a chemical in your brain. Same as somebody punched on your nose. The same chemical as a physical hurting. If that person gets hurt too many times in a social rejection situation, that person will become not confident. All the fidgeting, looking down, not eye contact will show up. So I believe most of you have kids. It is so important to encourage your kids. Don't always deny them. Encourage them and help them to build their confidence with the guidance. And as I said earlier, confidence is based on a series of success, right? How to be successful? Harvard has made a research saying being successful in this society, 15% is on IQ, basically your grades. 40% is EQ, basically means street smart. And the other 40% is MQ, moral Q. Moral Q means, hey, I'm gonna meet you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. 10 o'clock, the person is there. It's moral. I want you to finish this work tomorrow by 4 o'clock. Then you go there, 4 o'clock, the job is done. That's 40%. And the last 5% is BQ, body, like how graceful you are, which is not that important. In a way, sports is not that important. But your attitude, your character, the MQ and EQ is the most important. That's why grades, book knowledge is not that important at all. I constantly telling my kids, attitude, attitude, and attitude. Okay, now you sit down with the hiring manager, face to face. The interview starts. A lot of people, when they're nervous, they fidget. Fidgeting. Fidgeting, if you know the word, 中文就是小动作，做很多小动作。Picking nose, scratch ears, anything moment that's you don't think you did good. This is all fidgeting. Bad, bad, bad. Okay? Any behavior like covering your face, covering your eyes, if you didn't say something right, bad. Twisting your thumb, playing with your fingers, bad. Your last keep, what's the word? Yeah, 抖脚, bad, very bad. These are all behaviors of fidgeting. That shows you're not confident. And I normally put my hands on the table. When you put under the table, the hiring manager cannot see it, cannot see that. Sometimes give a person another feeling that you're hiding something. I have nothing to hide. I put them on the table. But don't play with your fingers. I used to be a salesman. And I used to sell cars. So during that time I learned 87% of people coming to a dealership saying, let's say, I want a truck. They drove home a sedan. Meaning, 80% of people don't know what they want. They have no idea. As a salesperson, my job is to help them find the car they wanted. Or help them making that decision. It can transfer to hiring managers. 87% of the hiring managers don't have a clue who they're gonna hire. Your job is to help them make that decision. You are the one they're looking for. And done. Same as dating world. 87% of women don't know who they're gonna marry to. Your job as a man is to convince them you are the one, the Mr. Right. So, how to know who they're looking for, right? The easiest way is to ask them. Before everything starts, you say,